Well, hello everybody, I'm William Lee and you're watching Outdoor Destinations PNW. Today we're in the Colville National Forest in eastern Washington and we are hunting for morels. Let me show you. So today we are in the mountains of eastern Washington looking for the morel mushroom. And there's one right there. So about the morel, they're pretty easy to identify. I kind of think they look like an inside out pine cone. They grow all over the place. Usually you kind of want to find them in areas that have been affected by fire recently. I hear those are good spots. My experience today is just kind of anywhere in the shade. So one of the things about the morels and the Pacific Northwest is we're pretty lucky up here. We're mostly mountains, and a lot of those mountains have access roads, so you can just go ahead and stroll down through the forest. I like to take Miss out, just get her out walking, and as you're walking around, you're just kind of looking on the edges, seeing what you can see, and every once in a while you'll find some morels. Oh, right there. There we go. There's a good spot. There's two of them. And those are pretty nice. And in the shade, they're a lot moister. There's another one right next to them. Okay. Where are you? There you are right there. Okay. Awesome. So again, you want to make sure that when you're harvesting morels, you don't rip them right out of the ground. You want to leave some in there. And what I hear is they will grow back every year as long as you can leave the roots and some of the, what would you call it, fungi in the ground. There we go. There's two pretty good ones right there. There's another one right there. Let's get these. All right. Okay, so one of the things you want to make sure of when harvesting morels is you just don't want to pluck them out of the ground. You want to cut them. They're they're a mushroom. And so you just don't want to rip it all out and get rid of all the fungus. You just want to cut it at the base, leave part of it in there, and that's how you harvest a morel. Not bad looking right there. We're going to get a bunch of them today. Okay, so one of the things I look for when I go into an area and I want to start finding morels is evidence of an old fire. So you want to look for pieces of wood that got char on them, that something's been burned. I think a fire's come through here, and this usually would be a good spot for morels. So I start looking around, and let's see what we can see. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's two of them right here. Okay. We got one here. We got another one right here. There we go. Well, hello, miss. How you doing, honey? Okay, so after getting home from getting our morels, we took them, cut them in half, and soaked them in salt water. I just soaked these overnight. I couldn't get to them right away. So we're ready to go ahead and cook them. We got our flour mixture. I put a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper in there, just pretty basic. I got my egg bath and got my pan. So let me get everything going, and we're gonna eat some morels. So all of the morels are coated now. You just want to give them a dusting. Actually, that one's got a little bit too much in it. Yeah, you want just a light coating of flour on there. As soon as you're done with that, you are ready for the egg bath and then back into the flour. Meanwhile, I got the oil heating up. Oh, these are going to be good. Let me get these in the eggs. And right back into the flour. Okay, so we finished doing our coating, doing our egg bath, and getting them back into the flour. And that's what they look like. It's like they're ready for the oil. So I'm using olive oil. I've heard of bacon grease. I've heard of butter. Heard of all sorts of things. I'm going to go with olive oil. And they're doing fine. One thing about the morel, you want to make sure you cook them. Don't have a morel salad. They're not good raw. From what I understand, they're poisonous until they're cooked. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm cooking them in olive oil, and I am just getting them golden brown. They look awesome. So I transfer them over to a I just use newspaper. They seem to sit well and drain just fine on the newspaper. And I got one more batch to do, and we're going to be eating some morels.